This is the Delta Pro 3 from EcoFlow, and to sum it up in one word, it's a beast. Sitting here in front of me, I gotta say the Delta Pro 3 looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Big, heavy, but kind of stylish in a way that says, I'm here to power your life when nothing else can. It's got a suitcase-style design with a telescoping handle and really sturdy wheels. So even though it's over 180 pounds with the extra battery, you can move it around pretty easily for something this powerful. Still, let's be real, it's heavy. A few steps are manageable, but you're probably not hauling this up a flight of stairs on your own. From my experience, the Delta Pro 3 is the first portable power station I've used that feels truly do-it-all. I use it mainly for my 38-foot Class A RV, which has a 50-amp, 240-volt style input. Using a dogbone adapter, I hooked up the Delta Pro 3 straight to my RV's shore power input. The coolest part? It powered my RV without even breaking a sweat. The digital display made it easy to see exactly what was going on. It showed 111 watts output while I was running both rooftop air conditioner fans and most of the lights. This thing puts out up to 4,000 watts of AC power continuously, and it can surge up to 8,000 watts, which means it easily handles those big startup draws from appliances like acid compressors or even the fridge. I had a few hesitations at first because you never really know if these portable power stations can handle a whole RV, especially at 240 volts. In my case, I just plugged the dogbone adapter into the 240 volt output, and it worked without any drama. If you've got a 30-amp 120-volt RV, there's a dedicated plug for that too. And for anyone wondering, there's the usual mix of standard household outlets, USB ports, including USB-C for fast laptop charging, and big DC ports. So, if you're like me and use your RV for trips every now and then, you can just wheel this thing in when you need it, run everything, and then pack it away back in the garage when you're not traveling. The capacity is what really sets the Delta Pro 3 apart. The built-in battery is 4,096 watt-hours, but remember, with an extra battery or expansion packs, you can go all the way up to 48 kilowatt-hours. For context, that's enough to keep essential appliances running for 2 to 4 days at home if the grid's down, depending on how much power you use. For me, that means I'm not worrying about spoiled food, no lights, or no internet. I even tested it on a simulated outage at my house. Lights, fridge, Wi-Fi, even my laptop and a portable ASIC all kept going for more than a full day. That just wouldn't happen with the older, smaller power stations I've tried before. I'd recommend this to anyone who wants reliable backup power, whether you're hitting the road in an RV, camping, or just looking for peace of mind at home during outages. Not having to mess with gas or noise is such a relief. This is a solar generator, so you can charge it straight from solar panels, and it also supports all sorts of charging options. AC wall outlets, car charging, even from gas generators if you really need to. Plus, you can recharge it with those big EV charging piles if you want ultra fast. What I especially love is the combo charging, using AC and solar at the same time. I got it from nearly empty to 80% charge in under an hour using AC. While using the Delta Pro 3, I noticed just how quiet it is. EcoFlow calls it X-Quiet technology, and honestly, that's not just marketing. Even at high power output, it barely hums. I was able to sleep with it running in the corner of the room, which is something I can't say about most backup or gas generators. My RV trips are all about the peaceful outdoors, so having a power station that doesn't ruin the vibe with engine noise is a big win for me. Let's talk about the digital display for a second, because it's actually helpful. You get the real-time power input and output, remaining battery life, and estimated runtime, no guessing or squinting at cryptic lights. The onboard control panel lets you activate just the outputs you need, 120 volts, 240 V, or DC, so you're not wasting energy elsewhere. For people who like their tech, you can control and monitor everything through the EcoFlow app. Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectivity means I can check on the battery from my phone even when I'm lounging outside my RV. Build quality is another thing that impressed me. I was a bit skeptical before unboxing because you hear a lot of hype about these things, but holding and moving the Delta Pro 3 around, it feels solid. The exterior is water and dust resistant with an IP65 rating. That means it can handle being outdoors, as long as it's not in a downpour. You get this sense that it's made to last, not a cheap device with a short shelf life. Still, I want to touch on the cons because, let's be honest, nothing's perfect. Like I said before, it's heavy, over 180 pounds with the extra battery. The telescoping handle and wheels help, but you're not throwing it around like a lunchbox. Price is another thing. Last time I checked, the base price was around $3,700, and even with discounts, that's a serious investment. But when I compare it to running a whole home generator, paying for fuel, maintenance, and noise headaches, the Delta Pro 3 seems worth it for what you get. Another thing to consider is that the extra battery and the main unit ship separately. It probably won't make a huge difference in your experience, but if you're like me and get excited for new gear, getting one box and then having to wait for the rest is kind of a letdown. I get a lot of questions from friends and family about safety and battery life. For folks who are new, the Delta Pro 3 uses automotive-grade lithium iron phosphate, LFP cells, which are way safer and last longer than the standard lithium-ion batteries you might have in your phone or an older generator. The battery pack can go through about 4,000 cycles, so with typical use, you're looking at years before there's any drop in output. There's a 5-year warranty too, so if there's a problem, EcoFlow stands behind it. For home backup, it's got an ultra-fast switchover capability of 10 milliseconds. That means when the power goes out, it takes about as long as blinking for the Delta Pro 3 to kick in and keep things going. That's crucial if you've got smart home gear, servers, or even just a fridge full of groceries. I love that it's really plug and play. No permanent install, no tools required. I just plug my stuff in, turn it on, and I'm set. If I need to roll it outside, the handle and wheels make it about as easy as it can get for something this scale. I move it from my garage to my RV with no drama. In my opinion, the Delta Pro 3 is miles ahead of those basic solar generators meant for camping lanterns or phone charging only. This thing bridges the gap between real backup power and portability. If you're looking to travel off-grid for a few days, you can rely on it for all your essential devices. If you're dealing with storms or unpredictable outages at home, it's perfect for whole home backup or just keeping your essentials running until the lights come back on. From my experience, I'd recommend the Delta Pro 3 for anyone who wants peace of mind, high power output, and maximum flexibility. For RVers, campers, homeowners prepping for emergencies, or even professionals who need to keep tools charged at remote job sites, it's got you covered. In conclusion, I think the strength of the Delta Pro 3 comes down to its raw battery capacity, ultra-fast charging, rugged build, and how simple it is to actually use. Yes, it's heavy and it costs a chunk, but what you're getting feels like a real power solution, not just a backup plan. I'm happy with my decision to go with the Delta Pro 3, and so far, it's lived up to everything I was hoping for, from road trips to home outages. Check the comments of this video for a link to see the current pricing of the Delta Pro 3.